Happy Sunday. It's always so hard to remember what day it is. But go ahead and let me know where you're watching from when you pop on. I'm going to go ahead and pin my shopping links right here in the comments. And then we'll get started. All right, I'm also including a few other links here as well. Okay, so I'm going to pin that. There we go. Okay, so I just pinned in the comments and in the description where you can find all of the makeup I'm about to use. And also I linked my beaded bracelets that I always get questions on. And then I also linked my Instagram. So if you're not following me there, make sure you do. When you pop on, let me know where you're watching from. Say hi. And then make sure that you click in the bottom left-hand corner, you click the share button. That helps me out so much. There's nothing like being a small business and having people share about your boutique or what you do. So word of mouth is like, I rely on you guys so much for word of mouth. So if you haven't shared one of my tutorials before or tagged your friends in the comments or just told your friends about me, I would so appreciate you if you did. So thank you for those that do. Make sure that you hashtag shared in the comments so I can thank you. And then if you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay in the comments as always. And we'll wait for just a few more minutes for everybody to come on. Nebraska, Canada, Pennsylvania, El Cajon. I'm on Milwaukee. So I'm gonna change up what I was gonna do. A few things. I'm gonna change this one to this one. So I decided like last minute that I was gonna do a springtime makeup look. Literally as I was pressing live, I'm like, what should I name this one? I'm like, oh, springtime. I'm like, well, I don't have the products out, but I think I do now. I think we're good. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit different of a tutorial, which I know you guys love to be entertained by something different. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you guys, I'm trying to organize these. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. OCD. Hello guys. So we're gonna do a more fresh kind of, I don't want to say light because it's still full coverage, but it's definitely going to be more fresh springtime prettiness. So that's what we're going to do today. Let me find my hair clip and then we'll get started. Hello, Kentucky, Ohio, New York. How are you doing in New York? I heard it's pretty intense in New York, but although it's like pretty intense everywhere, I feel like. Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky. Wow, we're all over. I love it. So if all of you could click that share button in your bottom left-hand corner, wouldn't it be cool if I was live in all 50 states? That just occurred to me. I bet we could do it. I wonder, or in Canada. We'll count you in there. But wouldn't that be rad? I'm really bad at like knowing all this. I mean, I could probably figure it out if I like really sat down, like wrote it out. But wouldn't that be cool? Louisiana. See? I bet we could do it. I bet we could. That'd be so cool. Oregon. See? Who else we got? Do we have any Carolinas? South Carolina, North Carolina? Do we have a Maine? Is anyone from Maine watching? South Dakota, North Dakota? Are those states? Thank you. I swear, Susanna, skincare. My skin did not used to look like this. My skin used to look so haggard, to be honest, to say it bluntly. I used to have really severe acne scars. My dark circles were so deep that people would be like, are you okay? If I wasn't wearing makeup. I had so much uneven skin tone. I had like bright spots. I had dull spots. It was just awful, all over the place, awful. And it wasn't until I started the Uology line by Unique. I feel like I sound like an ad, but honestly, it like changed my life. It gave me so much more confidence without makeup. I'm telling you. Yes, South Carolina, Idaho, awesome. Horrible, supplies are low. Praying for everyone there. Tennessee, South Carolina. Do we have a North Carolina? All right, so I keep saying we're getting started, but I'm gonna start now. All right, so, oh, we got a North Dakota. What about, is South Dakota a state? Or is it like a Providence? Missouri. Missouri reminds me of my favorite show just launched. If you guys are looking for a good Netflix show, the show Ozark, it's on Netflix. And they just launched season 3. If you have been looking for a good show to binge, I'm like so jealous of you guys, whoever hasn't seen it. If you start watching season 1, I'm like so jealous of you. I wish I could like forget everything and rewatch. Best skincare ever, exactly. Arkansas, Colorado. I'm like trying to think what other states we're missing. I know Maine is a state. Do we have anyone from Maine watching? South Dakota is a state above Nebraska. Okay, good. That's what I thought. Do we have anyone from Nebraska? We got Utah. Yes. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, isn't it so good? If you guys are looking for a good show. So if I had to like say what my favorite shows like I've ever watched, I'm a really big TV person. Obviously, since my business and before I became like the sole breadwinner, I watched a lot of TV. Like I love TV. I love to be entertained. And my favorite 2 shows, Dexter was one of my absolute favorites. I would die if they brought back Dexter. I like felt so like sad when the seasons were over. My second favorite show, Ozark. It's so good. It's such a good written show. Do you guys like Jason Bateman, the actor? He stars in it and directs it. He's such a good director. But anyway, so they just did season 3, and we've been watching it super slowly because I'm like, I don't want to get rid of it. Maine! Yay! We got a Maine. Georgia, Mississippi. What other states are we missing? New Jersey? Yes. What about Florida? Do we have anyone from Florida? Deserves a new ending. Totally agree, Amy. And they totally lined it up to be totally able to come back. Alright, so right now I'm taking my Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace, and I'm just popping that on all over with my powder concealer brush. And this is my favorite way to apply this foundation. It applies it so evenly, so soft. It's such good coverage. You guys, look at that. Isn't that so good? That was like 6 drops on top of the powder concealer brush. We got Texas, Colorado. Awesome, Texas. Do we have anyone from Florida watching? What other states are we missing? All right, so that was all my Liquid Touch. So I'm going to go in with just a little bit more. So I'll just like apply it just like this on top of my finger. Just like that. And then now I'm going to go in with my blending buds. Missy, oh, I saw someone from Oregon. Do we have anyone from Washington or Minnesota? Ooh, good one. Germany, oh, we're hitting all over the world. Florida, oh good, we have someone from Florida. What about, ooh, we got Alabama. What about, who did we say we missed? We're missing, Minnesota, I think. Hi guys, Wisconsin. Ooh, what about Montana? Who's from Montana? Hawaii and Alaska. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. I don't know if I know anyone in Alaska. I know I have a follower or 2 in Hawaii, because Hawaii has like some weird shipping rules. So like our setting spray can't ship to Hawaii. It's so frustrating. I wish you guys could get it. Minnesota, there we go. Nova Scotia, oh my goodness. Mississippi. All right, so now I'm going in with my blending bud still, and I'm just kind of compressing all of this makeup. So if you have a lot of fine lines or wrinkles or large pores, or if you just feel like your makeup's just not like sitting good, this blending bud is so important. South Carolina, Tennessee, Washington, awesome. Thank you. I linked my bracelets in both. Awesome. Wait, I saw a comment. Okay, yes, my blending buds are damp. So I wrang them underneath the water and then I squeeze them till no water falls out. That's when they're ready to use. So if you ever feel like your makeup just doesn't look like it's setting right, or it could look better, the blending buds, I'm telling you guys, they make such a big difference, especially if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles. Awesome, Italy, welcome. Nice, we have Canada, we have the US, we had Germany, and we have Italy. That's so cool. Germany in the middle, nice. Philadelphia, where else are we missing? Who else? What other states? All right, so now I'm gonna take just a little bit of my Skin Perfecting Concealer and I'm gonna pop this right on top of my under eye. Now, I love to apply my foundation, then I like to go over it with concealer. And the reason why I do that is because if you think, oh, Marilyn, I forgot about Marilyn. Welcome, thank you for being here. Thank you. The reason why I like to do that is because you think of your face like a wall. When you go to paint the wall, what's the first thing that you do? You prime it, right? So the paint looks very even, sits really nice on top. So that's the same idea with your face. So it's a crime not to prime. You'll hear a lot of makeup artists make that joke, and that is so true because priming your skin not only allows the foundation to sit very evenly on top, but it also helps to protect your skin, and it helps to fill in all your fine lines and creases and large pores and things like that. So you always prime your skin. My favorite primer is this guy. This launches on the 1st. So if you have oily skin, if you have a lot of fine lines or wrinkles or large pores, this is going to be a game changer for you. This is the mattifying face primer. So I have that on my skin, and then I went over it with my Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace, and then I just went over it with my Skin Perfecting Concealer, and look at how incredible that coverage is. Isn't that so good? My skin literally looks like a porcelain doll. It's so good, and it's so lightweight. It doesn't feel like I have a bunch of makeup on. It feels very lightweight. It feels so good. Windsor Casino, that was oh, how funny, Trisha, that's so cool. How do we know which color to use? I feel like everything I've tried makes me look orange. I would love to help you, Brittany. Send me a selfie facing a window, and I can give you a full recommendation. No, it's not. Sorry, my sister tried to call me. It's not just for oily skin. If you have large pores, it's really great. And if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles. Now, if your skin is super duper dry, I probably wouldn't use it. I would use the Hydrating Face Primer, which is available right now. And if you have normal skin, you could probably use it if you have like normal skin with large pores or normal skin with fine lines and wrinkles. But if you're unsure of whatever primer or any product at all, which one you should use, just send me a message and I would be thrilled to help you. And the way to message me is here on Facebook. So you can tap on my face. A little description window should pop down. You can click on my name. That'll take you to my page, and you're going to look for that little area to send me a message. It's usually like a little square with like a squiggly line in it. I don't know why it looks like that, but that's the area to message. So right now I'm taking my Touch Behold Translucent Setting Powder. I popped the cap off mine, and I'm using this to bake. So what baking is essentially just taking a lot of fine translucent setting powder and putting it all over. This is going to draw out the natural oils of your skin and basically trap them. So instead of the oils from your skin pushing against your foundation, making you look super oily or greasy or just make your makeup come off altogether, this is absorbing into that setting powder. So it absorbs into that instead of pushing away your foundation. So that's really good if you have large pores or oily skin. I tried the lightest shade and still makes me look orange. Caleb, message me, or Hillary, I'm sorry, message me and I can give you a recommendation. Arkansas, nice. What other states are we missing? I'm trying to think. Blending buds, wet or dry. Baking, so dry. This one is dry, but I did spritz it with my setting spray. And I do that because it clings onto the setting powder really well and disperses it very softly instead of being very dry. So, little trick. So another option for you guys is using the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Scarlet. Am I blurry for anybody else? Yes, I think we had North Dakota and South Dakota already say. Philadelphia, to our push brush yesterday, and I'm so excited. Yay, I'm so excited for you, Alicia. Ohio, nice. Fine lines and wrinkles, do you use the powder? Yes, you can use a powder with fine lines and wrinkles. I just probably wouldn't use a ton of it. So no baking for dry skin, correct. Nevada, oh, that's right. New Mexico, do we have anyone from New Mexico? Kentucky, do we have anyone from Kentucky? Foundation may turn orange when you have too much HP in the oil of your skin, mixes the pigment with the foundation, causing it to oxidize. Jody, you are very well spoken, and that's very true. Okay, so now the pressed powder in the shade Scarlet. Now, when I color match you guys, I want to know all of those things. If you're using whatever and it turns your skin orange, not turns your skin orange, but it oxidizes and turns orange, I want to know all those things because that all goes in. I take all of that into consideration before I give you a color match. So if that happens to you, I want you to tell me. Minnesota, Colorado, Kentucky's here. Oh, good. Ohio, Utah, nice. Okay, so now I'm going to take so what I just did there is I took my Mineral Touch Pressed Powder in the shade Scarlet, and now I just kind of pressed it underneath my eye. This not only highlights, which is really gorgeous for your makeup, it gives you that nice little pop. So if you've been feeling like your makeup looks really dull or really just kind of bleh, technical terms here, it really just gives you that nice pop for your under eye. So highly, highly recommend to do that. If you do have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, you could do this same exact technique, but you're going to use like a fluffy brush kind of like this, and you're going to press it underneath rather than pushing a blending bud on, which is just going to cause it to be a little bit more heavy on the skin. But again, New Mexico's here. Oh, good. Michigan here. Rhode Island. Is anyone from Rhode Island? Where are Rhode Islanders? New Mexico's here. Oh, good. All right, so now I'm going to set the rest of my skin using my pressed powder in the shade Taffeta. Now, this is like my true shade. You guys, by the way, my pressed powder brush that I always use every single day, you guys always ask for this, is on sale today. It's 50% off. So message me and I can give you the link to this. So if you've been wanting to snag it, it's usually $40, which is kind of expensive for a brush. I realize that, but it's on sale for $20. Florida, not sure if you saw. Yes, I did. Hi, Karen. Going to live without your salon for weeks. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nikki. Illinois. Oh, we got Indiana, North Carolina. Oh, good. We were missing in North Carolina. Idaho. Do we have anyone from Indiana? I forget. Can you use primer? Can you use primer instead of using the powder? So I use primer no matter what. Primer isn't going to set your makeup once it's on. Primer will typically just give you a really even coverage, so it's going to make your skin look really nice. So you're going to want to set your makeup no matter what you do. So I highly recommend to set it one way, shape, or form of which I've showed you. Now, I have oily skin, so I can use all of the techniques to set my makeup, but if you have dry skin or normal skin, or if you just don't like wearing a ton of product, totally understand. So I would recommend any of the methods that I just showed you, use at least one of them to set your makeup. Setting your makeup is so important. It's going to keep it from transferring onto your phone, onto if you're holding or you're hugging people, which we shouldn't be hugging. Right now, but it's gonna hold it into place all day long. Arizona, oh, Indiana's here, good. Yes, and exactly, if you need any recommendation or if you have any questions, message me here on Facebook and I can give you a full recommendation. All right, so now something different. If you watch my tutorials, I try not to be redundant and give you guys the same info over and over, so I'm always trying to think of new things to teach you or show you. So today what I'm going to do differently is I'm going to use my Mineral Touch pressed powder. Now that's the same exact thing that I just used for my under eye, for all over. So you can really utilize these pressed powders so many different ways because of how soft they are and how gentle they are on the skin. They're not heavy, they're not cakey, they're not overly anything. They are seriously perfection. So what we're going to use now, okay, yes, message me and I can tell you. Kate, I saw your texts. I'll text you back when I get off. Okay. I know. Why are you in the backyard? Okay, so now I'm going to use my Mineral Touch pressed powder and I'm going to use the shade Chinelle. So this is a really good product for contouring. Katie, text Ryan. So I'm going to use my tapered blusher brush and I just swirled it into the cap. That's super important. So now what this is we're going to contour with this product, and for contouring you want to go a few shades up. So for me, if you're similar complexion than I am, the shade Chinelle will work. If you are darker than I am, then I would go up one more shade. I forget what that color is called, but that will work as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your tapered blusher brush. This is by far the best brush in the history of brushes for contouring. It does all the work for you. You're going to swirl in the cap, so that's very important. You're going to go from the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, and you're going to take the brush horizontally, and you're just going to very light-handedly run this back and forth in the hollow, just like this. See how I'm stopping 2 finger lengths away from the mouth, 2 finger lengths away from the jawline. You just want it to sit right in this little section. So you can go as bold or as subtle as you want with this color. So now typically I would use my bronzer to do this step, but I know some of you guys really love a matte contour, and the bronzer does have like a sun-kissed kind of glowy finish to it. So this is a really good product. Truthfully, when I'm going to an event or I'm speaking or I'm doing something, I will typically use both products. One, because it'll really kind of sculpt my face rather than just giving me a simple contour. So it's very sculpting, but they kind of play off really well together. So why this works for a contour is because this is matte and it's a pressed powder. It's meant to be blended out. So it really is a super awesome little trick to kind of cheat your contour if you love a good matte soft contour color. So again, when we swirl over that to really kind of soften those lines up because we don't want anything to be too harsh. So just in those sections, just like that. So message me. I got 2 from Ray's link and I could try. Okay. So yes, message me if you guys need any help with being color matched or if you guys need the link to the brush. All right. So for contouring the forehead, I just follow my hairline. just in this area. And what this does is it really warms up your complexion. So see how the center of my face is starting to really pop forward. Yes, I'm in my cloffice. So now that we've done that, now I'm going to kind of chisel out my jaw structure. And this is a really good little trick if you're getting older and you have any droopage from your cheeks. This kind of creates a shadow there, so it really sculpts out your jawline. And then for the nose, we're just going to squeeze the brush and run it down the sides of the nose. So I really do love using this product to contour with because it's a lot softer, in my opinion, than the bronzer. And it really does give you that really nice structure without being too heavy, too muddy. See how it really just kind of defines your face and warms it up without being too intense. Deborah, send me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a recommendation. Do you miss your other house? Not really, to be honest. I miss our backyard at the other house just because we had a backyard. Ours is still under construction, so that's really it. So normally, yes, I do use the bronzer in Hermosa, but just now I'm using the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder in the shade Chinelle. So that's what this is. So that's Chinelle. So it's a matte, it's technically a pressed powder, but I love to use it for a contour powder. Yes, right? Isn't that very pretty? It's very subtle, very soft. All right, so now for blush, I'm gonna stick with this whole fresh, kind of springy makeup look. So I'm gonna use the pressed blush in the shade Stunning. Now, this color looks intense. Every time I recommend it for someone, they're like, oh, I don't know if I could pull that off. But honestly, all of our blushes look super duper pigmented and they go on very gorgeously subtle. So I tap in the blush, swirl in the cap, and you're gonna smile. And then you're gonna tap this on the apple of your cheek, working to the hairline. Now this is a really great color for that springtime fresh makeup look because it is matte and it does apply super soft. So I just kind of tap this on, just like that, on the apple and the apple and the cheekbone. Kathy, I linked my bracelets with the coupon code in the caption and then also in the description here. They don't ship their brushes to Germany. Oh, that's nice of you, Jenny. If I'm Scarlet, what color contour would I use? So you could use the shade Sunset in the bronzer, but if you're wanting to use a pressed powder, you would want to use like a shade, you'd want to use one shade down from Chinelle. The next shade darker from Taffeta would probably be Satin. All right, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more blush. And isn't this color really pretty? Very soft. And it gives you this really pretty like light pink, kind of rosy toned. Yes, Stunning is definitely one of my favorites as well. All right, so now that we've done that, now I'm going to go in with, okay, I don't have that. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the highlight in the shade Iridescent. So typically I love a good kind of bronzy highlight, but today, sticking with the fresh theme that we're going with, I'm gonna use the shade Iridescent, which is the lightest shade. It is a really pretty kind of like white highlight. So if you want something that's very glowy, almost like starry, if that makes sense, this would be the color that you want. Look how it's not bronzy, it adds no color to your skin. It's just a very gorgeous, like, it's like a true highlight. So if you're wanting just that really pretty glowy dewy finish, this color is so pretty on. So that is the shade Iridescent. Now if I went too heavy on my nose, which I did, I'll just kind of take it over my pressed powder like that. Okay, so our face is done. Super soft, very springy. And now I'm gonna do my brows really fast. Hello from Ohio, just joining. What's your theme today? We're gonna do a kind of springtime fresh makeup look. Gray, sometimes your eyebrows look gray, sometimes brown. So when they do look gray, I always take my lash brow comb and I'll just comb through. Using that, it just takes away any makeup that's in them. All right, and then I always take the metal side of this brush and comb it through my eyelashes. And that is going to get any foundation out. It's also going to separate anything that's like stuck in there. Okay, so now we are going to do our brows. And I'm going to use the brow pencil in medium for this step. The blush was the shade Stunning. And the contour color was the shade Chinelle. I use organza. What pressed powder would I use for contour? Chinelle. Chinelle is a very great color for pretty much all skin tones because it is so kind of neutrally brown, if that makes sense. And you can go as heavy or as light with the contour color as you want. So chenille is honestly the best color for contouring for pretty much my shade and lighter. If you are a lot darker than me, I would go up one shade in the pressed powders for the contour color. Yeah, isn't that highlight pretty? I used to always wear this highlight color. It was like my jam. And then I found the shade Lustrous, and then I got that. Started to be my jam, but every time I use iridescent, I'm like, oh, it's just so soft and so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. So if you've been looking for a good highlight color, that one is one of my faves. Now, if you want something that's really, really subtle for a highlight, the shade Benevolent, which is actually one shade darker than iridescent, but it's actually just kind of more neutral color. It's not as bright as iridescent. So if you're like, oh, I want a highlight, but I don't want something that bright, grab the shade Benevolent. And if you guys have any questions, just holler them out. Let me know how I can help you guys. I am obviously home. So let me know if I need, or if you need any color matching, or if you need any recommendations at all. I would love to help. All right, so I just threw on my brows really quickly, and this is honestly one of my favorite products from Younique. If I had to name my top 3, it would be our pressed powder, the brow pencil, and the 4D mascara. Those 3 are like my top 3 must try, must have products by us. So that was these. So if you were like, I want to try this brand, but I don't want to like invest too much, I would grab these 3. It's going to give you the best experience ever. So pressed powder, I use the pressed powder for all over in taffeta. I use the shade Scarlet for my under eye, which that's how it's so bright and pretty. And then I use the shade Chinelle for my contour. So 3 of these are on this face. And again, I said that they're so soft and so light on your skin that you can layer as much as you want on there and not look cakey and not look heavy. I feel like they're improving, but I could be wrong. To be honest, you guys, we don't really watch the news. Ryan and I aren't news people. Ryan and I are very emotional creatures. So the news like overwhelms us and freaks us out. So I rely on my mom to give me the updates. She's more rational than I am. Draw the brush. Yes, you're gonna love the brush. All right, so now again, sticking with this theme, I'm gonna use my Precision, is it Precision? Yeah, Precision pencil, Mood Struck Precision pencil, and this is in the shade Pristine. This is a white eyeliner. Now, if you have hooded eyes, if you have smaller eyes, if you wear glasses, if you just feel like your eyes do not pop, if you feel like they look dull and they just always kind of fade into the back, this eyeliner is what you want. So it not only makes your eyes look larger, it draws the attention to them, and it makes your makeup look super soft and really fresh. So if you haven't grabbed the Kudos yet, what the Kudos is you get any eyeliner, so you can choose Pristine, you get any eyeshadow palette of the Addiction palettes, and then you get any mascara. So such a good little starter kit. So for the eye look, sticking with this theme, we're going to do this Addiction Palette 1, which is one of my favorite palettes because it's very neutral, it's very good for every day, but you can also like bump it up and do like a smoky eye with it. So we're going to take the shade Chipper, and then I believe this color is Timid. And I'm just going to take my fluffy crease brush, grab Chipper, which is that just matte brown. I tapped a lot of that off because I want it to be really, really soft, and I'm just going to take that and I'm going to use it in the crease. Just very lightly. Just very lightly and very softly. And when I'm doing a eye look that I want to be super duper soft, I always make sure that I'm using a super light hand. And to ensure that my hand is being light, I hold it towards the back like this. Let me see my little grandkids. I know, they miss Anna. Yes, chenille pressed powder is what I have on for my contour. So everyone, I can't watch the news. I know, me neither. It's very intense. For lace, what pressed powder for contour? Chenille, Natalie. But to be broke watching this, Holly, you're so sweet. So let me know. I know I am like so repetitive, but let me know if I can help you guys. If you need any help color matching, or if you need any recommendations, or anything under the sun, I'm here to help. If you can't find anything on the website, let me know. But if you haven't been color matched by me yet, make sure that you send me a selfie. And I can give you a full recommendation that's gonna perfectly match you if you give me a filter-free photo facing a window. I want your face facing the window. Take your selfie mode and snap a picture. Send that to me. Don't worry, I don't show anybody. You can be wearing makeup or not, it doesn't matter. I can color match either way. But I want to see your neck, a little bit of your chest, and your face, because I take all of that into consideration. I also want to know if you have oily skin, do you have dry skin, does makeup naturally oxidize on you, meaning it turns darker on your skin. I want to know all those things. So tell me everything. And I can give you an accurate color match. But if you're nervous, I totally get it. We do have a Love It guarantee. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to grab Timid, which is just this matte color. And I'm just going to rub that on the lid of my eye, just like that. If you're nervous about purchasing, don't worry, I got your back. We have a Love It guarantee. So if you don't love anything for any reason, you can return it for your money back. And that's a 14-day promise. And then they also have a 30-day promise. But if you want to read the whole, every whole spiel, it's on my website at the very bottom under Love It guarantee. That's a good idea, Lisa. Just bless my... Oh, no, Jolene, I'm so sorry. Well, congratulations, but I'm so sorry you haven't seen her yet. What color is your brow pencil? The shade medium, Cindy. All right, so that's the eye look. Isn't that so soft? So you can still do eyeshadow and not look super heavy. I'm going to seal up my makeup using my Touch Behold setting spray. All right, so setting spray, so incredibly important. You guys, if you haven't grabbed that yet, it's gonna seal up your makeup. It's gonna take away the makeup-y look or the powdery look. It's gonna prevent it from coming off on your phone or hugging people or it's just gonna keep it looking incredible all day long. So I always set my makeup before I do my mascara because I don't like when my mascara gets even more wet after I do my after I do my setting spray. Yes, the brow pencil is in the shade medium, and I'm going to give you guys the full product list as soon as I get off. So make sure you comment something if you haven't yet. In the comments, a hi, hello, a heart emoji, whatever. That way Facebook will alert you when I comment. And I'll give you guys the full product list. I'll also be uploading this makeup look onto the looks tab on my website, which is a really cool feature if you haven't checked it out yet. It's going to be under, you're going to look for looks. You're going to click on that on my website, rayahopebeauty.com. And then once you do get to that point, you're going to type in Raya Hope. All one word, R-A-Y-A-H-O-P-E, Raya Hope. And it's going to bring up all of my makeup looks. It's going to bring up a picture. It's going to bring up the tutorial along with the picture. And it's going to bring up the product list along with the photo as well. And you can even go as far as just add to cart. And you can select the shades, you can delete things. It's a really, really cool feature for easy shopping. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure that you do so. Sweet and awesome, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so now for lashes. I just used the lash primer, which is just like it's a crime not to prime your face. Same goes for your lashes. So make sure that you use that first. It hydrates them, it helps them to curl, and it also gives them even more length and volume. You can send a selfie to me, Julie. So you're gonna tap on my face, a little window should pop down, and you'll see an option to be able to send me a message. You'll look, it's like a little square and it'll have a squiggly line in it. That's where you know where to send the photo. And if you still can't figure that out, it's okay. You can message me on my website as well. If you go to rayahopebeauty.com, you can go to the very bottom of my website and I have an option to be able to send me an email there. Or you can look me up on Instagram. My name on Instagram is Raya Hope as well. And you can message me there. So whichever way is easier for you, I check all of my mailboxes. And if you message me in one mailbox, you don't have to message me in the other ones because I go through each one. And I empty them every single day. I get back to everyone with at least within 24 hours, if not faster. Already have. Can I send you another? Yes, Beatrice, go ahead. What shadow did you use? I used the Addiction Palette 1, and I used the shades Chipper and Timid. Ray, is the brush that you use for your pressed powder on sale? It is, Connie. Message me if you guys need the link to the brush. Okay, so now I'm using the 4D mascara, and I love this mascara. It's so good. It gives you the best length and volume. It has fibers and gel infused in it. It's so good. Look at that. Isn't that so incredible? Now, another thing that I love to do when I'm doing like a fresh makeup look is to not do anything on the bottom lash line, like no mascara, no eyeshadow, just a little bit of white eyeliner, which again was the shade Pristine. And see how it really just makes my eyes pop. This makeup look looks so stinking fresh. All right, so now for a really fun, easy lip look, super inexpensive as well, we are gonna sharpen this, which we have a sharpener. It's only $7.50. It's the best pencil sharpener ever. All right, so we're gonna use the lip liner in Punchy. And I'm gonna line my lips with this. Same thing on top. And this is such a good pink. It's like a matte baby doll pink. I love these lip liners because they're smudge proof, they glide on, and they're only 15 bucks. All right, I'm gonna overdraw my lips a little bit with this. And to overdraw, I just kind of go higher up in the center and then bring it back down. Same thing here. All right, and then once I feel good about how they're lined, then I'll fill it all in. And this is gonna give you a really gorgeous matte, pink, smudge-proof lip look. So fill it all in. And again, this is the color Punchy. Okay. Isn't that so pretty? So pretty. So that was Punchy. And then I'm gonna top it with the lip gloss, which is also only $15 in the shade Loveable. Just in the center. And there we go. We done. That's the whole makeup look. When I'm over my 4D, it catches on my lenses on my glasses because your lashes are so long. That's awesome. I mean, not awesome, but it's still awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Message me if you guys need any recommendations or need any help. Did you use a lip primer? So I always take my primer and I apply it on my lips before I do my makeup as well. What is the best lip stuff color to use if you have lines on the lips that indent? The liquid lipsticks are really good for that, but I would always use the lip liners no matter what you use. Ooh, the blue mascara, fun. So yeah, let me know if you guys need any help, if you need any recommendations. Again, everything I use is available right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. Message me if you guys need any recommendations, if you need any help. Make sure you follow me here on Facebook. Turn on those live notifications. In the upper right-hand corner, you could click those three little dots and turn on live notifications. And make sure you follow me on Instagram too. My name on Instagram is RheaHope. It's in the afternoon. I think it's like 12 or 1 or something like that. Rochelle, message me and I can help you. Carrie, you will want to use the shade Velour. It's pretty much the same color as Crepe. But if you guys need any other help, message me. I'm here to help you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.